Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So thank you all for joining me. It's great to have you. So guys, this is a kind of multiple update. It's a bit different, but you know, it's just something that's needed right now. So this update covers a few things. This update covers things that I do as projects and kind of explains itself. So guys, there's been a lot going on in my life over these last few weeks, and it's altered projects slightly for this month's update. So let me just get into very briefly what's going on, or what's been going on, and why this update is the way it is, and then I'll go through the updates that this is covering and what it means for them. So guys, the reason why I'm making this video is because this last month I have been unwell. I had the flu bad, so as you will have seen, I did take time out. I did take, I don't know, a week, 10 days away from making videos. I had the flu and it wasn't very nice, and it took me a little while to get over it. I'm perfectly fine now. And also, in amongst that, my son Oscar, if you're not aware, I have 5 children. My youngest of the 5, Oscar, he's 4 years old. He's just been diagnosed with autism. Now, much as we understood that we was heading for this diagnosis, nothing could have prepared us for where we got to. We thought it would be a case of he would be diagnosed and that would be the end of things, other than the fact that we'd need to put things in place for him with schooling. But we didn't really see that there would be anything else more to it, and actually it's opened a whole new can of worms, because what they then do is look into the family, and at that assessment they asked if we would be okay with 3 of my other 4 children to be assessed, and they asked a lot of questions about my health too. So in all essence, we've had our little one diagnosed, but it's now looking like the majority of our house potentially could be diagnosed as autistic too. So it's a lot to take on board, it really is, and it's been quite tough, if I'm being honest. It really has been quite tough. So yeah, we've been dealing with that too. So guys, moving on to how these things affect videos for this month. So you will be aware that I took the time out, as we've just mentioned, and that I got behind. Just before I had time out and I became ill, I'd done a lot of shopping. I did a huge shop and bought a lot of things and had a lot of parcels, and I did state that we may even have to do 2 videos a day at one point because of how far behind I'd got. I'm still working through everything, trying to catch up. We're doing videos every day, as you will have noted, apart from yesterday. So what I've been going through will affect 3 video types for this month. I'm going to start off with the one that's more of a series to me that I've done, and that's my fab or naff video. So the fab or naff video is not going to be happening for this month, and I do apologise for that, guys, but throughout this last month I have barely worn makeup. In fact, I've spent most of the last full month wearing no makeup whatsoever. So I don't really see that if I chose a fab or naff product, I would be staying true to what I believe is good and what isn't, because I haven't really used anything this last month, and the whole point is I'm doing it monthly to show you what I feel I enjoy and what I don't enjoy over that month. And I can't really do that because I haven't used enough to be able to say. I mean, short of filling you in with shower gels or cleansers that I've been using, there isn't really anything to go by. So we will be giving that a miss for this month. We will be back to it the following month though. And the other 2 things are projects that I'm in. So the first one is the 19 books in 2019 challenge. Now this really doesn't affect it too much. However, I do just want to kind of point something out to everybody. Since my son was diagnosed with autism, I have been given a huge envelope of pages and pages and pages of paperwork to read through, whether it's about autism, whether it's about charities, whether it's about books, whether it's about people's stories and poems, and we was provided with a hell of a lot of information to read through. And I truly am very keen to help my son and the family to understand him. It works for all of us, for us to read up about things and learn a lot. I've also bought a book about Asperger's, because that's the part of the spectrum that Oscar would be on if they was to categorise, which is what we was told by them. They told us that they don't categorise anymore, but if he was to have been in the old system, then he would be diagnosed as Asperger's. So I've bought a book on Asperger's, and I've also borrowed a couple of books from the library. Now, I've been doing this book challenge and I feel like I've done quite well, because I'm actually on book number 7 currently, so you're probably a video behind with updates because the amount of videos I've got to get through. I know I do have one book sat to the side that I finished like a good 10 days ago now. So Oscar being diagnosed has really slowed down my reading. However, I'm not reading, I'm not reading much for the challenge. I'm reading other things, and of course I'm sure everybody else that's doing the challenge will appreciate that it's very important for me to be reading those other things at the moment. So what I wanted to say was, I am reading other things, so my updates may become slower for a short while. I have read a couple of other books now. I haven't counted them as part of my challenge because we had criteria for doing this challenge. We had to answer series questions, and I've actually kind of picked out books for this challenge. So although I've read other books, I've read 2 other books, I haven't counted them in the challenge because they're not part of the criteria. So what I think I need to be saying here is, look, I'm still going to be doing this challenge. I think that things will slow down a bit for now. So yeah, things will slow down for now, and I have been taking pictures of the books that I read that aren't part of the challenge, and so that I can kind of show you in amongst my updates just other things that I've been reading, just share with you what I've been up to. I think if push comes to shove near the end of the year and I haven't quite made the 19 books, then if I've recorded those other books and I've got pictures and things, we may need to add them to the 19 books, just so you can see I have actually physically read 19 books this year. But I'm really hoping that I'm not forced to do that. We're keeping them out of the challenge for now. So Lottie, I know you set this up. I really do hope that you appreciate why things have gone a little bit kind of peep-tong at the moment, but fingers crossed. I mean, I've been doing really well with the challenge anyway, so I'm hoping that it stays the way it has been. It just means that I'm going to be reading a lot, you know. Once I finish doing all this autism research, then I've got a lot to get through for this challenge. And last but not least, the reason why I've made this video is my beginner's luck project pan. Now, I should have had an update go up yesterday for you all to see, which is updating you to my progress. We do updates once a month to show you how we're doing with our challenge, just so you can see the progress. Now, I was due to put the video up yesterday, but I wasn't feeling up to things. What with all of this and my son and having to read a lot, it's really hard. I'm not going to lie, there's times where I've put books down and cried because it is so... It's not hard to accept that my son's autistic. What's hard to accept is that somebody's just told me out of the blue that most of my house could be autistic. I didn't see that coming, so I'm finding it hard. So I'm trying really hard to educate myself and understand Oscar and help us understand him, and educate myself about the condition because everyone else could have it. I think the reality of things is that I didn't see there was problem or could be problems with other people because perhaps we're all very similar. Who knows? So, with the Beginner's Luck Project Pan, this is going to be a short and sweet update this month, and I really do apologise to you. I haven't even managed to talk to the ladies because I felt quite uncomfortable, and I'm sure they'll probably understand, but I just wanted to do this video and kind of cover everything so I don't keep having to go over things with people over and over because it's really hard for me at the moment. So in terms of my update for this month, guys, I've barely used any of my project pan. I've barely used any makeup. The only thing I've kept up is my skincare routine each day. And that's because I just haven't felt up to it mentally, physically. It's just been too much. There's been too much going on in my head, and I'm just struggling with things a little bit too much at the minute. I've got makeup on now because I've just filmed something else. If it wasn't for that, I probably wouldn't have put makeup on for the video. I always do one makeup video in every block, which is why you'll always see me wearing makeup, but that's not the reality of the way I am. So guys, there's only one product that I've been using for the project, and I can show you progress on. I'm not even going to show you the other products because I haven't physically touched them, so I'm not going to kind of waste my time or your time. Let me show you. So guys, the product that I have actually used, I'm loving, and you potentially might see an empty again in the next video, and that is this. This is my hand cream that's in my project. As you can see, that's where the hairpin is, here. That's where I was last month. I'm now down to here. So there's not much left, and it kind of looks like I'm midway between last month and finishing. So I really would like to think that this is finished. Saying that, I'm going to be the saddest person alive because I don't have another one of these, and I don't have any other ginger scented hand creams. I'm gutted. I've got a shit ton of hand creams, guys, but I don't think I'll ever enjoy another hand cream as much as this. It's gorgeous. Like, I absolutely love it. So yeah, you can see the progress of this one. There is definitely progress, a lot of it. But it is the only thing I've used. If I'd used other things a little bit, I would have shown you, even if it's not too visible what I've done. But I haven't used anything, guys, so all I can do is apologise. But there is good reason for it, and I'm not about to give up. I love the challenge, I love the project, I love everything I've been doing. I don't want you to get the wrong idea from this video. I haven't given up on any of it. I love it all. I'm just not, I haven't been in the right frame of mind with things recently, so I hope you can all bear with me, and I'll look forward to updating you all next month, showing you how I've got on. So guys, I'd really appreciate it if you give me a thumbs up, and take care of yourselves, and I'll see you all again in my next video. Goodbye, guys.